Hi, hello. Welcome to the broadcast. I am your gracious host and presenter for this hour, the Lazy Teapot. And yes, this will be my first, or likely my last, voiceover video for my channel. And today, I'll be covering some updates for you all today. But, before I get into that, I will give a full disclaimer before I get into the rest of the video. And I'm also terribly sorry about this, but I have to address it. If any one of you happens to do anything weird or unwarranted with my voice, such as AI replication or false claims of anything bad, harassment, unwarranted violence, or just anything bad that involves my voice, I will delete this video and not post anything with my voice ever again. I am very sorry about this, but this is more of a precautionary warning. In other words, please don't do anything weird or dumb with my voice. With the annoying part out of the way, let me get into the video! Alright, so as some of you may know, I am the creator of the Lazy Teapot Animations channel, where I make random animations here and there for either my own practice, creativity, or that of my own projects that I've been working on for some time. But before I cover all of that, I'll just give a brief introductory piece about myself. So, hi! I am the Lazy Teapot, or as I prefer to be addressed for now, at least on my channel, and I have been making animations for some years now. As for my channel, it has been going relatively okay for well over 2 years once I began posting and making my animations for the channel. So I'm more or less a self-taught novice animator at best. As for how old I am, I will not disclose my age for the sake of my privacy and safety and relative whatsoever. But one hint that I will give is that I was born around the cusp of the early 2000s. That is just about all the hints that I will give. With that out of the way, I'll get into the main points now. So, if any of you are wondering why I haven't been posting as much, or publishing or making animations much, it is because I have been very busy. By this, I mean that I've been working on my projects and other things going on in my life for the past several months now. One of which includes my main project called Noble's Lot, and several other little writing and creative projects I've been occupied on. So, for those of you who don't know, Noble's Lot is an animation and writing project that I've been working on for well over 2 years now. It once started out as one of my own experimental endeavors where I wanted to personally see if I had the ability to make a good or at least decent series. In other words, have the ability to write a good series. So it started out as one of my pet projects and eventually became my main little pet project to do on the side. Like, it was just a little pet project I had been working on while tackling things in my life, as well as class assignments throughout my time attending school or college per se. However, as I was working on it more in terms of creating the episodes, summaries, and plots and scripts of the series, Noble's Lot eventually became my main project, and so far, my main creative project magnum opus, going strong for well over months and years. So much so that it pretty much had begun to bog on my mind constantly. But yeah, other than that, it is pretty much my main creative endeavor, at least for the time being. And since I've been working on the project a lot to make the project at least good or at least of decent quality in terms of the writing, I pretty much have been decreasing the quality and quantity of my animations. So for that, I am terribly sorry for doing so. But yeah, for the past several months now, I've been trying to write on Season 1 and the other seasons of Noble's Lot, and revise the episodes from time to time in terms of rewriting elements such as the characters, plot, and even the world building of the series. To the point where it's been stressing me out, as I just want to try to make it of acceptable, good, or decent quality, and hardly without any points or plot holes to criticize, so that an audience doesn't get too wild or sends pitchforks over it and flames to burn it, including avoiding the ire of that of different platforms. I am not mentioning any names at all. However, this unfortunately means that I've been procrastinating the writing and revisions of the episodes throughout the months because it's just been stressing me out, and I'm terribly sorry for it. So yeah, that is pretty much the gist of what I've been up to so far on the writing so far. Speaking of writing, I will finally be announcing that I finished the revisions of Season 1, and I'll be moving on to storyboard and work on animations for the series. Which means that I'll be moving on to Season 2 and the later seasons for that of the writing and fleshing out their plots. In addition to this, I will also be making revisions for each season as per usual, if my other works and whatever goes on in my life doesn't impede me from doing so. But yeah, as for the number of seasons that Noble's Lot will be getting, I will only limit it up to 4. 5 if I count a certain special backstory season, but that's a tale for another time. I have chosen to limit the number of seasons to just 4 because, well, I don't want the series to draw on for far too long than needed. And I am just one person alongside maybe a few people who are working on this. Or at least I am, since the others are busy and I'm just the one mainly making the series. With that being said, I will also be the one to mainly storyboards and write episode scripts for the series. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. If any of you who have read the Season 1 outline slides for the series are wondering why I took down some of the original scripts for some of the episodes, I believe it was up to episode 7 from episode 1, I think. It is because I am also revising those as well for hopefully better dialogue flow and script writing, and revising the characterization as well for some of the main cast. Since I'm also not really an expert script writer, that is, but I will still write them nonetheless. Alrighty then, moving on to my next point. Characters, designs, and other works. Since I'll be writing on Season 2 for the time being, as well as the other stuff I mentioned before, I will announce the arrival of new characters coming into the plot for Noble's Lot, called the 8 Disciples. They will help to flesh out another character story, whom I will not mention at the moment since that'll be spoilers. And the 8 Disciples will pretty much essentially breathe life and chaos into that of the season for Season 2, and I will also be introducing new character elements, including that of character arcs and interactions between already introduced characters, such as the side cast and that of the main cast, new developments for the characters, some revisions on the side, but nevertheless, new character aspects into the story and the overall plot. As for designs, I've been redesigning the characters, world building, and several other things that come my way while making the series. Some characters will get redesigned so that they don't look like one another, or they'll have much more variation between another, or maybe I keep them the same. For the world building, I will be making concept art reversions to either the visuals or at least the lore of the series, or maybe I'll at least try to, since I'm just mainly doing this on my own, and maybe I won't commit to it, but I will suffice. And as for the other works that I mentioned before, I often procrastinate and write stories depending on whatever comes to my mind, or what themes, plots, or imagery that I think of. Works like that of just passages, tales, or stories that I just imagine. But I will not be putting them up here on the main channel, as my main focuses are that of the Noble's Lot, or animations I make from time to time. So, My apologies in advance for not putting them up here. With all of that out of the way, more updates will be coming to the series and to the channel as I make more stuff, animations, and episodes while progressing along. But other than that, thank you all greatly for coming to this update. I couldn't have gotten this far without your guys' help, love, and support for this channel, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. More will come in the future, but this is all I'll give for you all today. Goodbye!